4.1 KRBE. It's the Roula and Ryan show. You've got the whole show. We are spread out throughout the city. This winter storm that we're going through. We're going through it together with you.
It's snowing, guys. It's legit snowing. Like, you don't have to fly to Colorado for vacation because vacation came to you. This is unbelievable for H-Town.
We've got powder.
Like this right now. Every kid on my street now is awake and gloriously, joyously playing in the snow. I went outside, guys, because I wanted to do a snow angel so we could put it on digital, but I couldn't find my kids. And I go, where are they? They had gone around the corner to the neighbor's house, and then before I knew it, pelted with 2 snowballs.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, guys. And it's such perfect snow. It's like powder. It just like crumbles. I mean, it's like real soft, but it got all over my phone. So I'm thinking, oh yeah, my phone's going to
think about that rule. That's the only time they can actually get a chance. They can actually hit you with something. They can't do it on a normal day. They can't throw a pepper,
a rock, or dirt,
mud ball at me. Right, nothing. Oh, I really love that. Go ahead.
How about Sam, your son? Is this his first time seeing snow?
He saw snow when he went up to Pennsylvania for
Did they have
Christmas.
Snow then?
Yeah. But he keeps pointing out at the window, like he wants to go outside so badly. And Misty was outside earlier, and she had the zoomies, like, you know, when your dog gets wet, they get so excited. So that's what she was doing. She was just running around like crazy. But I don't see any kids outside.
That's so
Sam, my dog Charlie rang her little potty bells at the back door. There's little bells when she wants to go outside. And I go, really? You want to go outside? Okay, let's see what happens. So I recorded her because it's her first time going outside. And she was like, what is this? And then she puts her nose in it. Then she jumps around in it. And she's like, no, I'm back. I'm back again. I'm back to the door. She didn't go to the bathroom. She just shook off the snow and she wanted to come back inside and sit in her bed.
She's not enjoying it. I was going to say, Roula, because like when I'm out walking the dogs today, I can come by and Charlie can join the pack.
No, we got plenty of chaos and crazy over here. The next door neighbor dog I see already is out with those kids. And now Charlie's just at the window looking at them. My daughter put a little fleece body wrap on her, but I don't think it's going to help.
Well, this is another reason why you should not be driving. Kids are going to be out and about, running around your area. You can't stop on the dime.
Yeah.
I mean, just don't get in your car. Just have fun with your family today.
There's just no reason for it whatsoever. Now, Eric, you brought this audio to my attention. I have always been the kind of guy who thought, I better leave like a little drip from the faucet, so the pipes don't break or keep the water dripping.
In the country, that's all we had. We had to do that. Always frozen. Always freeze.
Yeah.
Where I live.
But also, you had your own water source and your own pump on your own land.
You had a well.
We are all on one system, and you'll find out what happens when you do that dripping. Right here from the Plumbers Union.
There's a lot of information out there from various different municipalities all over the country. Certainly some of the philosophy is that as you let the water continue to flow, it can help pipes not freeze. So the strain on the pressure that the system can deliver is significant. And if everyone starts dripping their faucet at the same time, and unfortunately sometimes it's not just a drip, sometimes that drip is a stream, which is much more significant, that there's just only a finite amount of pressure available. So we ask people not to drip. Take the precautions that you can. Wrap your pipes on the exterior. Make sure that you open underneath your cabinet so that there can be some warm air that gets in there. Generally, we don't expect there to be major catastrophes if you take as much precaution as you can. But part of that's also understanding what's going on in your own home. Make sure you know where your shutoff valve is. If for some reason your home doesn't have one and you can't get to it and you need to shut it off at the water main, call us. We'll help you to take care of that part of it. But dripping it just puts an extra strain on the city's water supply, and it's a strain that we don't want to put ourselves in a greater risk as a city to potentially have a boil water notice if for some reason we can't maintain adequate pressure to treat it.
So there you have it.
That's really good.
Don't drip. Now, if you
But Sam, you said you're dripping yours though. Now, did you turn it off since we know this now?
Yeah, no. Last night I turned off our water because my house is from 1910, and I think the plumbing's from 1910.
Oh my gosh!
So I turned off the water last night. I went to the street, turned it off, and I opened up all the faucets so that it can air out and dry out. But no, I did not drip it at all. And then I'm gonna wait until maybe around 12 to see if I can turn it back on.
Yeah. Well, Jeff Linder had said it's tonight. The concern is tonight into tomorrow morning.
Yes.
For pipes to be bursting. And I haven't checked as often as I normally do when we're in studio, the text screen at 37530. But have you guys seen, last time I checked, I didn't see anybody saying that they're out of power or they're having water issues.
No,
so far,
thank
it's
God.
pretty easy going, right?
I feel like it's coming, though, because once those temperatures drop into the lower 20s or even high teens, then we're going to have some issues there with those pipes.
Like those sprinkler heads? Remember those?
Yes,
those
will. They're built to throw themselves out, like to come apart. Most of them are, and you can put them back together. But your pipes, if you know you have old galvanized pipes means metal pipes, or you have old brittle PVC pipes, I highly suggest tonight turn off your water and drain out your system, and then once it gets warm enough again, 33 degrees, you can turn it back on. Slowly.
How do you drain the sprinkler?
Here's how
parts, though, Kev?
So you can't drain the sprinklers in the ground.
Yeah.
That's too far down. That's gone.
Okay.
But in your house, you want to find the lowest spigot. So the lowest one on the outside of your house, or just go around the inside of your house, empty out those pipes. What you're doing is relieving the pressure up out of there. Now, unfortunately, what's going to happen in mine are my pipes are going to come apart from the inside and put all this metal goop into all of my faucets. Then I have to go clean it all out. But that's the way it is every single year. It's either that or the pipes burst completely.
Well,
and I'd rather clean out
if the pipes do burst. If you have any kind of like a disaster like that with your house, videotape everything, especially for your insurance. You know, you want to have photographs, you want to have video. Do you guys remember when we had the winter, the February freeze? I was up in the attic, and I know not to walk on the insulation.
Well,
but
right, you're that guy that falls through the ceiling.
the plank, the wood.
No.
I was in an older house, and the plank snapped, and I went right through the ceiling like Clark Griswold in Christmas Vacation. So, and I videotaped everything because sometimes, the insurance company's not exactly willing to just give you the money. You got to have everything documented.
And in order to shut off, if you do have a burst and you don't know how to shut it off on the side of your house, you go out towards the street. And a lot of us in the city of Houston have a black rectangular box sitting right up against the curb there. Pop the top of that box open, look down in it. You'll see what looks like a minus sign. You turn that minus sign until it stops, and that will turn off your water in your house. It's very easy.
But if you don't have the tool to turn it, Kev, what's the hack if you don't have the actual water tool?
You need a crescent wrench. It would be best, or a channel lock plier. Sometimes they're easy to turn. Sometimes they're very hard to turn. They make a special device for it, but no one has that except for Sam. Because I gave it to her.
I hate adulting. Like, which way?
I got it at Home Depot.
Which way do you turn that, Kevin? Like when you
righty-tighty, lefty-loosey.
Lefty-loosey.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jinx, soda.
This texter just said, my job is making me go to work. And I said, where you work at?
Yeah.
And this is the part that sucks. They work at an apartment complex as a leasing agent, but they live on site.
So you just walk over there.
I know, but still sucks, though. You want to,
But who's going to walk into the office and say, hey, can I lease today?
Yeah.
I know it would be like, do
let's
you
go
have
find a new place to live.
and power?
I would guess that person has to be in the office if any of the other residents call the main office because there's a problem.
Well, isn't that
But
the
at least they're
maintenance
gonna be
guy that you'd be like complaining to?
Yeah.
No, you would be calling the main office to tell the maintenance person, right? When I lived in an apartment, you would have to tell, like I'd call the front desk and say, hi, I need maintenance, or now there's emails and apps. Do y'all ever have that? This is how it is in the 2020s in apartments. There's an app and it's for your apartment complex and you're supposed to file the report with an app.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
a leasing agent. Aren't they just in charge of like leases?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, but you're also the person in the office that's like,
pick up
the line.
Who's going apartment hunting in weather like this?
That's what I'm saying. If I was in my apartment and I thought the pipe busted in my apartment, I'm calling the front desk and be like, hello, help me. What am I doing?
And then they probably get transfer you.
Yeah. It's pretty fantastic. If you're just tuning into the Roula and Ryan show, follow us on social media at KRBE to see everyone's videos. And of course, just look out your own window. But it's pretty fantastic to see all the happiness and the smiles in the streets right now. If you're in your neighborhood and you see all these kids out and people walking, it's just really nice because I feel like we're not, nobody has to go anywhere. Now, if we were going to be under some kind of watch where this is the case for the next 6 days, I think adults would be adulting right now and thinking, oh my gosh, what are we going to do? But this, according to what we've seen from all of our meteorologists and the reports, is going to be done by like
Thursday,
Friday.
Yeah.
So it's the Roula and Ryan show.
Today's fun. Tomorrow is the scary stuff when people start.
That's when we'll start saying, I think I've had enough of this. But Centerpoint
on this show today, I've learned.
Go ahead.
I've learned a lot about you, Ryan. Today, I've learned about you had a parrot. A parrot died on your watch, and you fell through fell through your ceiling. So a lot of people are learning things about you today. People want to know if you have a video of that.
Dumb, klutzy stuff. Actually,
you
I
did
do.
take a picture. You sent us a picture of you not hanging with your little feet dangling out of there. Obviously, you got out of there and took a picture of the ceiling that you came through. But it was hilarious nonetheless.
Oh, it wasn't funny. You know, my now fiance, we were dating, and she's an engineer. She's smart. She tells me what to do. She's like, go up into the attic, and I forget what the directions were. So I was on the phone with her, and all of a sudden she just hears this, oh, crap. She's like, babe, what's going on? What's going on? I'm like,
oh, man.
I can't move. My legs are in my office. My torso's in the attic.
I mean, people have been killed like that. You're lucky that was just one of those, oh my gosh, I fell through my ceiling. Everything is fine.
Oh, my God, I'm such a dork.
Look at Santi wants to say hi.
Can you say hi?
Aw. Hi.
Oh.
He has pancakes in his mouth.
Wait, is that his debut talking on the radio?
No,
he was
did
on
a
the
shut up
radio.
audio.
Well, I know the shut up audio.
But that's live. That's live.
But this is live.
It's first time talking live.
It's true.
He keeps trying
On
to
the
grab,
show.
because I have a little sock on my microphone so that there's not all this extra background noise. He keeps pointing at the sock like, what is that? Oh, thank you. They really wanted that toy.
Oh, yeah, he's running the dump truck now, the garbage truck.
Noisy toys. Yay. Okay, so I'm going to go outside and I'm going to make a snow angel in my front yard. I told my son he could record it, but I'm really kind of scared, guys, because it is very cold and I think it's going to get all my cracks and crevices.
Well, we got the fire chief coming up in 5 minutes, so
After the fire chief, I'll go. No, I'm not going to do it before the fire chief. There's no way because I'll have to. I'm wearing ski clothes. I found an old ski jacket. I found old ski pants, and I'm going to try that after we talk to our fire chief. Just talk about fire safety and what you need to know in case you've missed this about space heaters, generators, how to keep warm, and things like that. Okay, so we're here with you today. And what their reports are so far, how many of their men and women have been on the streets, and what have they had to see and rescue and do. So we'll be right back on the Roula and Ryan Show.
Show. All right, the whole Roula and Ryan Show is all together. We are all over the city right now going through this with you. The winter storm, we are under a warning until 6 p.m. tonight, but it doesn't look like this is going to clear up anytime soon.
But the fun thing about right now is you just stay home and you just enjoy what it looks like outside your window. If you've got kids or you're just curious, you want to walk outside in your neighborhood, talk to your neighbors, that's fun. So far right now, we have not had any reports of any power outages or anything major that's been happening crisis-wise, but we always want to keep you on top of it in case anything changes, and that's why we're going to talk to the Houston Fire Chief, Thomas Munoz, who's been on our show before in studio. Now we have him on the phone. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Hey, we're fantastic.
Yes.
So
Snugly and warm in our houses. How are you guys and all of your team?
Oh, man, I tell you, our guys have been amazing. We've been planning since Thursday. We had our stations to full capacity now. I can't say enough about our HFD members and our command staff and our incident support teams here. We've been planning to ensure that, the city's safe, our members are safe, and so it's all across the board, all hands on deck. So thanks for asking.
We are so grateful for you and for what you do. Can you tell us what you're seeing the most of right now?
So right now, the mayor's message has been, and ourselves as well, is definitely stay off the roads. Right now, as we're in our office, we're seeing the visibility decrease with the snow coming in. So obviously stay off the roads. The safety messages have been, I heard Marty earlier, and I can't emphasize that enough, the carbon monoxide poisoning. Yesterday, we had 60 calls yesterday alone on just the alarms and carbon monoxide
60
alarms as well. But I'm sure that number is increasing right now. But, one of the things we tell our people is, if you're using generators, definitely, know that there's carbon monoxide coming out of that. So if you are going to use them outside, place them 20 feet from the home, and space heaters about 3 feet from any walls. And obviously keep the kids away from them both. Right? I heard you talking about it.
Yeah, definitely.
Chief, can I ask a question about the space heaters too? Because we were saying how if you have an older one, of course, those are more dangerous. The new ones are more sophisticated. They don't have as much, like they have automatic offs and whatnot. But what if you are sitting in a chair and you have it fairly close to you, and you want it more than 3 feet away from you? I mean, you want it less than 3 feet away from you because you want to feel the heat. But can your furniture catch fire if one of these newer ones is a little close, or just kind of monitor it? I don't know. I feel like I've got one, and it's not dangerous, but I don't know how far to keep it.
And I heard your show earlier. There's some people, man, that just have had them for like 20 years, right? Mm-hmm. And then have all the, the underwriters' independent laboratory testing that, hey, does it tip over? It shuts off. If it gets too hot, it shuts off. So again, it's based on the model and knowing the model that you have. But again, as you mentioned earlier in your show, obviously there's that radiant heat that can cause some fires, even to the skin. So we got to be mindful of that. As long as they're comfortable. I think the other one we see a lot of is, and I know growing up, we had to do it. People use their stove as a heater and they open up the oven and, those type of things that we just have to be very careful for. And that's one of the main reasons, too. I just want to emphasize, the mayor's got 10 warming, we opened up 10 warming centers throughout the city. And as of, last night, we had almost 1,000 people take advantage of those.
Oh, wow.
So that's another option, I know that the mayor and the administration, as well as ourselves, is big on compassion and vulnerable populations. And these are those moments that we do that, And so, that's a lot of measures have been taken to ensure the safety of people and the comfort during these. I think in fact, I know that's what Houston does really well. We all come together during times like this. So it's been really great.
RVC. We thank you for everything you guys are doing and keeping us updated. Oh, hi. Here I am.
There you go. We had a little glitch there. It's okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's our Houston Fire Chief, Thomas Munoz. Thank you so much for taking time to be with our show, sir.
Have you seen many fires?
I'm glad you guys are staying warm.
Have we seen any fires in the last 12 hours or anything? Or
we had 7 working fires yesterday and this morning, right? But our firefighters were able to respond, and definitely the good news, no injuries, no fatalities, right?
Do you typically see an escalation of fires when we have this kind of weather?
We do. Normally that was more than average normal. Normally we'll see about 4, but yesterday we saw 7.
And what's the cause? Why are we seeing more?
Well, and again, the heaters, a lot of times, even people that, we continue to see, hey, start maintaining your internal ACs and heaters, and usually that's one of the main causes as well. But again, it is, people either utilizing their heaters. You might see, without the investigations, we're getting that information just yet. Mm-hmm. But we see that it's either the open flames is a lot too, right? That people just get comfortable with that area, and then so a lot of it is you haven't turned on your heater all year, and all of a sudden you turn it on.
That's true.
And you might have some issues that you weren't aware of due to lack of maintenance. So a lot of combinations.
Chief, what would you like to tell everybody? Because I'm more worried about tomorrow and tonight, overnight, and tomorrow morning than I am today. Is there something a message you'd like to tell everybody about tonight and tomorrow?
Yes. Number one, please stay off the roads. Seriously, it's tonight, once this melts, obviously now we're going to be below freezing. So that's going to create some icy conditions, right? Mm-hmm. 2, one thing is definitely take care of those around you, your neighbors, the elders, do they need any help? Just do that, reaching out to make sure they're taken care of. And 3, just maintain the safety in your home with open flames or heaters as well, and just be mindful of the surroundings that you're placing those heaters. And even the fireplaces, a lot of those times we see that, make sure that you have the safety measures for that. So, but yeah, I think that with that, but the big one is stay off the roads. Really, really emphasize that we're still not out of it yet. We still have possibly another day or 2 with this, and we're monitoring the weather for you continuously to give you those messages.
You brought up a really good point, though. I mean, we do need to check in on our elders, make sure that everybody's okay.
Neighbors.
Even if they're not your elders, the neighbors. 100% the neighbors.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, both of those, yeah. I always say together against the weather, right? So
that's a great line. Good. Together against the weather.
That sounds like something Sam would have at her house on a pillow.
on a sham.
Chief, you got an idea for the Hobby Lobby pillows? Together with the weather.
I'll give you credit, I promise.
Well, I don't know what to tell you on that one. I don't know what to tell you on that one.
We'll let you get back to your important work instead of talking about Hobby Lobby pillow embroidery. But we thank you so much.
We really
for all
do
your
appreciate you.
information.
That one, but we'll work. Hey, thanks for what you all do for us and the support. Love you guys.
Well, thank you for
thank
being
you.
here for us. Hopefully, we can talk to you
Thanks.
tomorrow. I'd love to call you tomorrow and get your more information throughout the day.
Absolutely. We're here for you. Thank you.
Thank you so
Take care,
much.
Chief. Thank you.
It's so hard for me to wrap my
Chief's
mind
like,
around
I
it.
know
I mean,
these pillows.
think about what these firefighters, they put their lives at risk for us every single
Well, of
day
course,
of our
every
lives.
day. And they sign up for that, and God bless them for
So
wanting
grateful.
that.
Yeah.
They're
And
drawn
police,
to
think
it. You
about
know
the
what I mean?
Police
Yeah.
officers, they got to be
Yes.
out there and pushing people out. That going up north, I've been in the ditch like 10 times. I'd have a state trooper help me push my car out. He didn't have to do that.
What is the phrase that the chief said again? We're together through the weather. What was the phrase exactly he
Together
said?
through the weather.
Okay, so somebody's going to have to needle point that, and we're going to put that on a pillow, and the next time we see him, we're going to give it to him.
It could
we
be
can
right
do
next
that.
to your "It's wine o'clock" sign, Sam.
Because he did not know that that's a
Live,
that's a
laugh,
thing.
Live,
Live,
laugh,
laugh, love, and together through the weather. It's the Roula and Ryan Show on 104.1 KRBE. We are just getting you through the day today, as many of our officials have let us know that right now it's all good to go if you're home and enjoying the view from your windows and whatnot. It's tonight into tomorrow that's going to get a bit more concerning because the temperatures will drop more. We might see some pipe issues. We might see a little bit of the trouble that comes
Well,
with
I think
very severe
ice.
Roula, Eric, and Kevin both brought this point up throughout the morning that, yes, it will get above freezing. Things will melt, but then when the temperatures drop down to the teens and it refreezes and you can't see that ice, people get lulled into a false sense of security and they think, oh, yeah, I'll just make a quick drive to the store. No, don't do it. You don't need to.
Don't be that person that shuffle, 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 and boom, down. This is really, it could be very, very dangerous. Not just like, oh, I fell. That was so funny. No, that was not funny because people have been killed in black ice when they slid or they hit their head or whatever it is. So just try and stay inside as much as you can. It's only a couple of days. I know we get cabin fever in Houston very fast. We get cabin fever very fast.
Hey, we still have our power for the most part. Play on your phone.
Exactly. Yeah, and
There
if
you
yeah, exactly. And if for any
Thanks,
reason,
watch all those Netflix shows.
yeah,
We keep everything charged, though. Seriously, like your phone.
That's
phone
very
banks.
true.
Well, just in case.
Charger on, phone banks.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, 'cause
Centerpoint
if for any
is
reason
prepared.
we lose power, we'll of course talk to Centerpoint officials and they'll tell us more about that. But for right now, we're just going to try and enjoy what we've got and get you through it. So we'll be right back on the Roula and Ryan Show.